300 quid? That is exactly what it costs when you get stealth van life wrong in this bloody country. Everyone thinks the hardest part of living in a van is emptying the bloody chemical toilet. Well, it's not. It's an absolute gut-wrenching feeling when we got the panic of the council warden shining his bloody torch through the cab window while you're trying to eat your bloody tea. You're constantly wondering, am I breaking the law right now? So today, we're going to be putting an end to the pub logic and the Facebook lawyer rubbish. So let's talk about whether is stealth van life actually illegal. If you listen to the hashtag van life crowd on social media, they sell you the dream of the ultimate freedom. They tell you that you can just bin off your landlord, park up wherever you want and live completely off grid, some sort of modern nomad. It is a massive lie. The reality of full-time van dwelling in the UK is sitting in the back of your metal box at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, sweating buckets in the summer because you don't dare to turn the roof fan on, or absolutely freezing in January because you're clicking off the diesel heater fuel pump will give you away to that bloke putting his bins out 3 feet from your door. You spend half of your life feeling like a criminal. You try not to cough, you tell your dog to be quiet, and you don't dare flush the loo. It is incredibly draining. People will tell you, mate, you've got the right to roam, but it's just a civil matter. When the local resident is banging on your back doors, threatening to call the old bill because you've parked near their driveway, quoting the Magna Carta isn't going to lower your heart rate. It used to make me absolutely knackered from the stress. But after 3 solid years of grafting out here and playing cat and mouse with the parking enforcement, I've got a system that makes me particularly invisible. But before I show you the setup, let's get the actual law straight. Right, insight number 1, the actual law. Let's make this crystal clear so everyone don't get mugged off. In the UK, it's not criminal offence to sleep in your vehicle on a public highway. There is no national law banning it, provided that you're taxed and insured and you have a valid MOT. However, councils have caught on to this. They use traffic regulation orders, or TROs. You'll see these little signs plastered on the seafronts and lay-bys, and increasingly quiet residential streets. So if a sign says no overnight sleeping, no waiting between midnight and 6 a.m, and you park there, you are committing a civil offence. Now that is how you get slapped with a penalty charge. Usually 50 quid to 100 quid a pop. It won't give you a criminal record, but it will absolutely ruin your weekly budget. And don't get clever and block a pavement or park across a drop curb, causing an obstruction, because then it's a police matter. The police can and will knock on your door and force you to move, or tow your home away while you're still in your bloody boxers. Right, insight number 2, light and sound discipline. This is where 90% of people are caught taking the absolute piss. If your van leaks a bit of light, you are not stealthy, you're just camping on the road. I run a massive 12-volt system in my van. I've got like 320 amp hours of battery and a beefy inverter, a 5G router and a PlayStation 5. Now during the grim, dark winter months, I absolutely love firing up the console to stay sane. But let me tell you, that setup creates a massive amount of light. I spent weeks perfecting my blackout system. I don't just use cheap curtains, I use thermal light blocking material secured with poppers and Velcro against the metalwork. I even put up black electrical tape over them tiny little blinking LED lights on my solar charge controller and my router. So when I'm parked up on an industrial estate at like 10 o'clock in the evening playing like a shooter game, the outside of my van looks like it's dead, an empty Wildersbahn. Not a single crack of light escapes. So let's just pause for 1 second. I want to know your absolute worst parking disaster. Drop a comment down below. What is the one van life mistake, dodgy park up or fine that you ended up costing you an absolute fortune or scaring the life out of you? Or let me know what game gets you through a grim winter's night in your van. Get in those comments, because I guarantee you I've made the worst mistake than you. Right, insight number 3, the dog factor. If you've got a dog, stealth isn't playing on hard mode. Rowan is an absolute diamond, but she's a spaniel. And if another dog barks outside the van, or a fox runs underneath the chassis, her instinct is to do a low growl. Now, if a noisy neighbour is walking past or hears the dog growling from the inside, supposedly be an empty panel van, your cover is instantly blown. So because of her, I have to pick my spots based on the ambient noise. Forget quiet leafy suburbs, they are the worst places to stealth because every tiny noise you make echoes. I actively hunt down spots near dual carriageways or behind a 24-hour supermarket or near an industrial estate where there's refrigeration units. The constant hum of traffic or machinery completely masks the sound of your PS5, your cooling fan, me making a brew, or even the dog just moving around. Right then, insight number 4. Don't lie to the DVLA or your insurance. A lot of folks ask if building a stealth camper voids their insurance. Yes, if you don't declare it. If you've got a bodged up 12-volt electric wiring in your van and it goes up in bloody smoke on a retail park, your insurance will not pay a single quid if they thought it was just a commercial panel van. Now I pay a little bit more to insure this properly with the modifications declared. It's worth every single penny for that bloody peace of mind. The ultimate secret to stealth isn't finding the perfect spot, it's aggressive rotation. Ever sleep in the same spot for more than once every 2 weeks. If people see a strange van once, they simply just ignore it. If they see it 3 days in a row, then they just get on the phone to the council. So please just rotate your spots. Arrive late, leave early, and keep the outside of your van looking slightly dirty and thoroughly boring. I get asked all the time, how do I actually afford to keep this diesel tank full, pay the MOT every year, play the PlayStation 5 in the back of my van without grafting on a building site for 60 hours a week? People just assume you have to be loaded or living off baked beans to make this work. Now the honest truth is, I fund this whole lifestyle through affiliate marketing. It completely changed the game for me. Now it's not being a fake influencer or any of that sleazy get rich quick nonsense. It's a genuine, solid way to earn a living without being chained to a desk or breaking your back at a depot. So if you're sick of the daily grind and you want to see exactly how I make a reliable income on the road, then I've put together a completely free video series explaining how to do it all step by step. I'll have a link for it down in the description if you want to check it out. Now there's no pressure there, there's no hard sell, it's just there in case you guys want to check it out. Let's wrap this up. Is stealth van life illegal? No. Sleeping in your van is not a crime, but ignoring the local council signs, causing a nuisance and making yourself painfully obvious will get you moved on, fined or hated by the bloody locals faster than you can blink. You just got to use your brain, respect the area, use ambient noise to your advantage and absolutely kill your lights. Do that and you'll sleep soundly. So if you want the actual unfiltered truth about full-time van life in the UK without the fake aesthetic rubbish, then hit that subscribe button. We're building a proper community of realists here who actually live this life. And all my gear, my 12-volt setup and the Kofu link for Rowan's Treats are down in the description too. But just before you go, YouTube seems to think you would like one of these videos next. This video right here, give it a watch. They are a real eye-opener. And I'll see you guys over there. Cheers, mate.